All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here, and I am hopefully going to get this trailer reaction to you as soon as possible. This is for the series that's coming out on Amazon January 15th called Tandav or Tandav. I tried to look up what that word means on Google, and it told me something about Hindu god. Let's see exactly what it said. A Hindu dance, excuse me. Also known as Tandava. Natyam is a divine dance performed by the Hindu gods. So this is a series, and it stars my man Saif Ali Khan, obviously from Sacred Games. It also has Dimple Kapadia, which I know I've heard that name before, but I can't place that actress with that name. It's got Sunil Grover. And like I said, it comes out January 15th. I'm excited for this because it came out less than 24 hours ago, which is the most recent I've gotten to a new trailer in a long time. But I don't want to waste any time. I got my closed captions on. You won't see them on your end, but they're on my end. Welcome to Boring Reviews, where we talk all movies and TV shows and all the different things. If you're into a series called Karate Kid, Cobra Kai is his actual name, then check out our review we just dropped. And if you don't know what that is, it's on Netflix. Go check it out, and then check out our review for Season 3. But let me go ahead and jump into this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's jump into this right now.
हमने अपने राज में कई गलत काम किए, पर कभी देश को तोड़ने का काम नहीं किया। इसके हाथ में सत्ता आ गई ना, तो लोकतंत्र खत्म कर देगा ये। तुझे तानाशाह नहीं दिखता?
The largest democracy of the world is in shock. People wake up to the sad news. क्या समर प्रताप सिंह लेंगे अपने पिताजी की जगह?
Congratulations, Mr. Prime Minister. अगर तुम चाहते हो कि ये राज रहे, तो कल तुम्हारे पर्सनल ट्विटर हैंडल से ये ट्रेंड होगा। Hashtag Anuradha is our PM.
रेडी हो जा, अब पाप करना पड़ेगा।
आप हो किसकी तरफ?
सही और गलत के बीच में जो चीज आके खड़ी हो जाती है ना, उसे राजनीति कहते हैं। और हम राजनीति के साथ हैं।
मैं प्रधानमंत्री कभी नहीं बना, पर वो घर मैंने 3 प्रधानमंत्रियों से खाली करवाया।
तुम्हारा पूरा करियर खत्म कर दिया अनुराधा ने।
आपको शक्ल देखनी चाहिए थी समर की। पैरों के नीचे से जमीन खींच ली आपने उसकी।
अब इस राजनीति में चाणक्य नीति लानी पड़ेगी। If you can't be the king, be the kingmaker.
मतलब राज्य न बन सको तो कम से कम राज्य के गुट्टे पकड़ लो।
इस देश की पॉलिटिक्स को तुम्हारी जरूरत है, और तुम्हें पॉलिटिक्स की जरूरत है।
हम सबके अंदर एक गुस्सा है, और मेरा तो नाम ही शिवा है, इसलिए बहुत सारा है।
राजनीति के खेल में हर खिलाड़ी के पास एक चाल चलने का मौका आता है।
कौन है ये लोग? क्या चल रहा है जिगर?
सना, ये पावरफुल लोग हैं। इस बार पागलपन कुछ ज्यादा ही हो रहा है।
पागलपन में क्या कम और क्या ज्यादा सर? या तो ये होता है या नहीं होता। अब टेररिस्ट बॉर्डर पार से ना आ रहे, ये इन यूनिवर्सिटियों में तैयार हो रहे हैं।
मैं इलेक्शन लड़ूंगा सर, अपनी पार्टी बना के। अब होगा तांडव।
सर, क्या आप प्रधानमंत्री बनने वाले हो?
That smile says the answer to his question, right? All right. So, initial thoughts are the production value, production design looks very, very crisp, looks very, very nice. And I'm assuming, since this is coming out in January this month, I'm assuming that some of this or all of this or a good portion of it might have been filmed during COVID, which is, to me, impressive when any film studio or series studio is able to bring a show or a movie out during these times while they're producing during COVID restraints and restrictions and all that. My initial thoughts is it looks very nice. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It's got Saif Ali Khan, who I loved in Sacred Games, and he's in so many other movies as well. It's not just Sacred Games, but it's what I know him from. It's about politics, which is such a murky subject where you can bring so much good and bad into it and have so many discussion starters for that water cooler talk after every episode. It has, you know, the young game and the elder statesman game and in-between game. You have what he said about, you know, terrorists being bred in these universities with the young people and the way they're thinking. Obviously, I wouldn't call them terrorists, but that's a very extreme way of putting it. So that is very interesting. For me, what would really sell it for this series to be something that I would really want to dive into is it looks like it's the rise of the Prime Minister's son, who now, I believe, the way it works, especially in some areas in India, but I think in most areas of India, that the closest in the family takes over until a proper election can happen or something along those effects, along those lines. But what would really sell it for me is if this was the journey, and it looks like it's going to be that, the journey of how he gets into power. He looks like he's willing to do anything by all means necessary. And it looks like he's willing to do that to be able to get that PM seat. If it's mostly about that and mostly about his journey to get there, that would be something that I would be interested in watching. If he's there in like the first or second episode and it's just the struggle of trying to keep that seat and keep that power with all the different forces trying to come in, that wouldn't intrigue me as much because I feel like we've seen that before. I feel like I've seen that before. I can't think of anything specific right now in movies or film. But the journey, the race, election, young blood, all this kind of stuff coming in, that would make me more interested in watching this. I'm glad I was right about Dimple Kapadia. She was the lady in Tenet, and she's been in so many other Indian films and now series as well. But I'm just proud of myself that I recognize that name, and I did call it right before I saw her. Saif Ali Khan, to me, is a great actor. I saw his range in Sacred Games. So I'm very interested to see what he can do in a different role. In a movie, I'm not saying it's easier, but I think it might be easier to tap into who that character is with shorter dialogue, if that makes sense. Less lines of dialogue because you're doing a 1.5 hour to 2.5 hour film as opposed to 8 to 10 1-hour episodes in a series. So you really get a chance to flesh that character out and show those wide range of emotions. He looks like a cool, calm, collected character, but from his range, from his ability, I can definitely see him bringing it on and showing us the darker side. I definitely think that character is a darker side from what we see in the trailer. And also that facade that, unfortunately, I notice a lot with different politicians in film, in TV, and in real life, too. Not saying any names, but that one definitely interests me. I'm not sure if I am super excited to go check it out, but it definitely does interest me. I would say like a 7 out of 10 as far as excitement level, maybe 6.5. I mean, the question is, what do you all think about this trailer? Were you like me, were, you know, an enthusiastic 6.5 out of 10 as far as what to get from this? Are you super excited for this? Can this raise the level of excitement and enjoyment and amazement as like a Mirzapur or a Sacred Games, even though that was on Netflix? Or does this maybe not do it as much on that level? Are you even more excited? Do you know more inside information? Give me the inside information. I'd love to have it. I want to know about it. But thank you so much for spending 10 minutes or so with me here. Don't forget, if you've not done so already, to give me a thumbs up if you like this reaction, if you like my thoughts afterwards. And don't forget to subscribe if you've not done so you're getting notified of all of our recent videos and reviews and reactions and cricket talk and all that kind of stuff. Don't forget to check out Cricket for Americans, our other channel. If you do like cricket, it's all cricket all the time over there. But with all that being said, thanks so much for joining me here, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Adios. Beginning of my video. Boom!
Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer! Hello, right. Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things. It was over in a snap.
You don't need to follow the show